I'm going to be honest with you, Giants fans. I made a bet with our Cleveland Browns report host, a channel here at Chat Sports, that New York Giants now would get to 10,000 subscribers before the Browns report did. And right now, I'm starting to sweat a little bit. I'm a little bit nervous, and I need your help. If you love the Giants and you want free daily videos around the latest Giants news and rumors, hit that big red button. And I want all the people that aren't subscribed, all 50% of our viewers in the past 28 days aren't subbed. Let's change that. Go down right now and hit that big red button. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. And in today's show, we got some major injury news to get to when it comes to Andrew Thomas. And then we're going to talk about Saquon Barkley at the tail end of the show. But first, Andrew Thomas put this quote out there today. He spoke with NewYorkGiants.com and said he is prepared to be ready for training camp. And just clap it up because the Giants, they need Andrew Thomas out there. I have a quote or a statement that I'm going to make a little bit later that I don't think can be argued about when it comes to Andrew Thomas. But this is what AT had to say about how he's feeling and how he's recovering from that offseason ankle injury that he had this year. He had surgery and had the same surgery after his rookie year. He said, rehab is coming along pretty well. I'm doing everything the trainers asked me to do. Definitely moving a lot better, and I'm prepared to be ready for training camp. It's definitely frustrating, missing time, but it's part of the business. Learning how to navigate being injured because you're never going to feel 100%. He also said this, but I felt like last year I started to make some strides. It's a little frustrating sometimes when you can't be on the field with your teammates. And I'll tell you this much, as a Giants fan, and you as a Giants fan watching, we need Andrew Thomas on the field. Because last year, he cemented himself as one of the best offensive linemen in the NFL. Played in just 13 games, had that injury pop up. But he, according to Pro Football Focus, despite missing 4 regular season games, he graded as their 19th best offensive tackle via Pro Football Focus, an overall grade of almost 79, 70s average. That's well above average. His run block grade down a little bit. I wanted to get better in that area this year, but he was an elite pass protector and one of the best left tackles in the NFL. A pass block grade of 82 and allowed just 2 sacks. He is very, very important about what the Giants want to do this year. In my opinion, Andrew Thomas is the most important player on the Giants roster. We saw how much better of a quarterback Daniel Jones was last year when Andrew Thomas was protecting his blind side. When Andrew Thomas was not playing, Daniel Jones got happy feet in the pocket. He got the ball out much quicker because he couldn't rely on his offensive line to protect him. And he went with his first read, which got him into a lot of trouble. And right now, when you look at this Giants offensive line depth chart, if Andrew Thomas misses any games, who's going to be your backup left tackle? Is it going to be Joshua Azudu, the rookie who's been getting swing tackle reps in the offseason training programs? Is it going to be Matt Peart? Is it going to be Matt Gano? Is it going to be Corey Cunningham? I hope it's none of those guys, because if Andrew Thomas misses time this year, the Giants offense will significantly struggle and take a step back. This could be the best offensive line the Giants have had in quite some time. Thomas, Lemieux, Feliciano, Glowinski, who they signed in free agency from the Colts, and the rookie right tackle, Evan Neal. This group has potential to be the heartbeat of this Giants offense. But I want to show some love to our guy, Andrew Thomas, AT. He's the heartbeat of the Giants offensive line. He's a captain. He's a fan favorite. He gets it done in the trenches, and he got better last year compared to his rookie year. And that's all you can ask in a young player. So I want all Giants fans to show Andrew Thomas some love in the comment section right now. I'm challenging you all. Type 78 so Andrew Thomas can feel the good vibes. The more 78s we get, the more likely he won't miss a game next year due to injury. Someone told me that's true. It might have been my mom. I don't know. But type 78 in the comments section to show our guy Andrew Thomas some love. It was a love fest in the first half of the show. Now we're about to talk about some real stuff. ESPN, they put out an article highlighting the top 10 running backs in the NFL based on coaches and executives amongst and across the NFL. And Saquon Barkley did not make the top 10. Am I surprised? No, but I do think there's some names on this list that he's a better back than. But sometimes the best ability is availability, and Saquon hasn't been that often in the past couple of years. Derrick Henry, number 1. no complaints. Jonathan Taylor 2, Chubb 3, Cook 4, Kamara 5, no complaints. It's the back half that I don't really agree with. I like Joe Mixon. I like Christian McCaffrey. I like Najee Harris. I'm not sure he's earned it to be the 8th best back in the NFL. But Javonte Williams, a back who split carries in his rookie year with Melvin Gordon in Denver, I call bullshit on that. Saquon Barkley is a better player at this point of their careers than Javonte Williams. It's not really even close in my opinion. Saquon Barkley, though, made the honorable mention list. He was ranked inside the top 13, but not inside the top 10, and neither was Ezekiel Elliott. Remember 2-3 years ago when it was argued who was going to be the best back in the NFL for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years? Will it be Zeke, Barkley? We're not really having those combos anymore, and that shows you the shelf life and the lifespan of running backs in the NFL. Austin Eckler having more votes in the top 10 than Elliott and Barkley. It is a different time than what it was a couple of years ago when Saquon Barkley was great. Other people that received votes, Josh Jacobs, Miles Sanders, and Antonio Gibson. There's a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but a healthy Saquon Barkley behind this new offensive line is one that I would 100% take inside the top 10 running backs. ESPN, they expanded upon their thoughts and, calculated all the data and votes and said this in the article. Barkley was number 1 on this list just 2 years ago, but his decline has been precipitous. Injuries have cost him 22 games over 4 seasons, but that's hardly the only issue with his game. In 2021, he produced just 593 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on 162 carries. An NFL offensive coordinator said, "I'm down on him. He still doesn't know how to play running back enough. He's a bouncer. He wants every run to be a home run. He's going to have to learn that 4-yard runs in this league are good instead of stopping, cutting it back, and losing 2. And he gets his ass kicked in protection. That's probably my biggest gripe with Saquon is him as a pass protector, but I feel he got a little bit better at that spot last year. We've got more Saquon Barkley stats to get to, and I have some predictions and reasons why I think this will be Saquon Barkley's best year in the NFL. But first, before we get all of those, and I got an awesome deal for you when it comes to Kayvon Thibodeau, first, answer this question. Is Saquon Barkley a top 10 running back in the National Football League? Let me know in the comment section. Type Y for yes or type N for no. One thing you're going to want to do, though, is get your hands on a brand new Kayvon Thibodeau Giants jersey. When you go to chatsports.com/Kayvon, chatsports.com/Kayvon, you can pick yourself up a blue, a white, a brand new number 5 Kayvon Thibodeau jersey that he's going to be wearing on Sundays. I've already got mine ordered and it is about to be shipped, but don't wait too long, because if you wait too long, you might not get it by week 1, week 2. You might be wearing someone else's jersey. Don't do that. Don't be a loser. Get hooked up with the Kayvon Thibodeau jersey. That's chatsports.com/Kayvon. My opinion is that Saquon hasn't been a top 10 running back since 2019, his rookie season when he came into the NFL after being that second overall pick out of Penn State. So let's pull up the graphic and look at the stats of what he's done in his first 2 seasons in the NFL versus his last 2 seasons in the NFL. Those first 2 seasons, he was arguably the best running back in the NFL. Almost 500 carries, north of 2,300 yards, almost 5 yards per pop. And he was also a dynamic threat in the receiving game. 143 catches in his first 29 games with almost 1,200 receiving yards. That's what I want to see him get back to. Be a dynamic player out of the backfield. He also had 23 total touchdowns in his first 29 games. But in the next 15 games, the next 2 seasons, he missed a whole bunch of time. He had that ACL injury. He had that ankle injury. Only 180 carries, 627 yards. His yards per pop went from 4.8 to 3.5. And he was not really a factor in the receiving game. Just 47 grabs for 320 yards and 4 touchdowns. But I believe Saquon can get back to that 2018 and 19 version of himself. And it's for these reasons, these 5 reasons. He's 100% healthy. This is the first time since his rookie season and sophomore campaign that he's been healthy. He had a full off season to go and nurse and get stronger and work and build on all of those injuries that he's had. Last season, he didn't have an off season. He was rehabbing from the ACL. This year, he did have that ankle injury, but he got to work through all of that during the off season. He also was running behind the best O-line of his NFL career, and I don't think it's close. When you have Evan Neal, Andrew Thomas, Mark Lewinsky, you're going to have a solid NFL offensive line. He's also working with a modern play caller. No more of this rinky-dink I formation running into the middle of the offensive line under Jason Garrett on 3rd and 3 and 3rd and 8, and every single time it's a run expected down, you run the pill. Dable and Kafka are going to do everything they can to put Saquon Barkley in a position to succeed. And he's going to be used as a playmaker. Dable has talked about that. They're going to use him as a receiving threat, split out wide, and in the backfield. So they're going to do everything they can to get the football in his hands because that's when he's at his best. And I think it comes down to this, and this might be the most important reason. It's now or never for Saquon Barkley to be a New York Football Giant. He's on the last year of his rookie deal. If he struggles, if he has a bad season, he won't ever wear Giants blue again. If he plays great, if he has a good season like he did his rookie or sophomore season, he'll be back. It's that simple. The ball's in your court, Saquon Barkley. Control what you can control, stay healthy, and go get a new contract from the Giants because I want to see you succeed and finish your career as a New York Football Giant. But I'll ask you this question before we bounce on out of here. Let's play a little game. Over or under 10 touchdowns for Saquon Barkley this year in the 2022 NFL season. Predict it. Be a genie. Rub your lamp. Whatever you do. Type O for over. Type U for under. I appreciate everybody that's made New York Giants now a part of their day today. Shout out to everybody. And let's do this. Let's hit a real one roll call. We've been doing not a lot of shows recently, but it's July. And not a lot of real ones tune into these videos. But if you finish the video today, you're a real one. So comment down below in the comment section, real ones, so I can know all the real ones that finished the video.